mind. So if you don't understand this, I need you to focus. Which animal got the fewest votes? When I think of fewest, I think of smallest, less than, little. So which animal got the fewest votes when you look at the bar graph? RJ.
Flamingo.
Why did the flamingo get the fewest votes?
Because it only has 2.
Yes, it only has 2. 1, 2. Now, which animal got the most votes? Most means the biggest number. So which animal got the most? Emily.
The dragon.
The dragon. Why, Emily? How many did he get?
11.
11 votes. Now, it says how many students like the dragons than the koala bears? So when I think of how many more, we think of what, Sanea?
Less than.
Less than. We think of subtraction. So we have to subtract the dragons and the koala bears. So dragons minus the koala bears. How many dragons are there, Sanea?
There's 11 dragons.
And then how many koala bears are there?
Koala bears, 4.
So 11 minus 4 is what, Sanea?
7.
7. So our answer is 7. Last question. Later, 2 students changed their votes from koala bear to snow leopard. What was the difference between the koala bears and the snow leopards then? So later, 2 students changed their votes from koala bears to snow leopard. What was the difference between the koala bears? What do we need to do? What would we need to do? So later, 2 students changed their votes from koala bear to snow leopard. So what do we need to do? RJ,
Subtract.
what do we need to subtract?
The koala bear and snow leopard.
Yes, because when we think of the word difference, what do we think of?
Nothing.
Yes, subtraction. So we have to subtract koala bears and leopards. So how many koala bears? 4. And then leopards, there are, RJ, how many?
There are 5.
Look at how many are there?
There's 9.
9. So 9 minus 4. What is 9 minus 4, RJ?
5.
5. So our answer is 5. Alright, now I want you to turn the page. Now, we are going to continue using bar graphs. We're going to continue using what?
Bar graph.
So we are going to use the data here. The data here is our birthdays. So Michigan looked at everyone's birthday and I put it into a graph. So we have 8 friends who have their birthday in spring. March, April, and May is in spring. We have 6 friends who have their birthdays in summer, June, July, and August. In fall, we have 2 friends, in September, October, November. Now in winter, we have December, January, and February. We have 9 friends. So friends, I know it's getting a little bit warm in here today because it's really nice out, so our masks do need to be on right here. And we do need to be sitting up straight. Nope, nope, you're not taking your shirt off. This is not the place. So hands are still folded. Thank you, RJ. Thank you, RJ. Following directions right away. So the first thing we need to do is how many categories do we have, Emily?
4.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What are our categories called, Sanea?
Our birthday.
Ooh, no. What are our categories called, RJ?
Spring, summer, fall, and winter.
Yes, spring, summer, fall, and winter. So when I want to name the title of my graph, what should my title be to Claire? What should my title be? That's why it's so important that you are focused. Morgan, what should our title be?
Birthday.
Our birthday. So write that down. Our birthdays. You're doing that now. Grab the one right there, Justin's up. Grab the one on Justin's up. Now, how many categories did we say we had, Gardenia?
What?
How many categories did we say?
We have 4.
Morgan?
Winter?
Winter, yes. So I'm going to give you 60 seconds to finish that. So you have 60 seconds. Good. If you want, you can just write SP, SU, F, and W to help you out. So fold them up so I know that you are done. You have 40 more seconds. 25. Alright, so straight. So straight. Good. Make sure you write SP though so that you know it's spring, and write SU so you know it's summer. You can just write S. No, that's fine. Spring, summer, fall, winter, that's fine. You wrote it. Good. Hey, remember, you need to show me your best work. Right. Is that you write best? Right. So I want you to write birthdays again. Because we have 10. So write birthdays again. Remember, you need to write it like how I have it. Now, we need to make our number line. Say number line.
Number line.
So we always start with 0, but it's 0 right here. So what is going to be our first number? Yes, Adrian, 1. So number 1, 2. Keep going up until you're done. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hold it up when you're done. You have 10 seconds. 10. Gardenia, are you there? 9. Gardenia. 8. Gardenia. You wrote it? Okay, good. Hold it up. Put your mask on. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now that we have our graph made, we need to shade it in, make our bar graph. So how many are in the spring? How many are in the spring, Morgan? You need to look up there and use the data. No. 8. So friends, remember, this is a bar graph, not a picture graph, so you need to shade it in like a bar. So 1. If it helps, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you can shade it in. Now you can shade it in. Alright, 10, pencils are down in 9, in 8, pencils are down in 7, pencils are down in 6, pencils are down in 5, pencils are down in 4, pencils are down in 3, you're behind, pencils are down in 2, remember, pencils are down in 1. Thank you, friends. So, good. Now, how many are in my summer? How many are in my summer, Adrian? 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shade it in. It does not need to be perfect, but it does need to be neat. See how Miss Schmidt did that really fast? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You do it, Arden? No, you do not. So pencils moving quickly. 5, RJ. 4, RJ. 6 in the summer. Make sure you're paying attention. So how many in the summer? Right, girl, we do not start with 0, so you need to make sure that you are paying attention. If you don't have this number right on the bottom, then your graph's going to be off. Right, now, how many are in my summer? We said 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You shade it in really fast and quick. There, that's all you have to do. Now, how many are in my fall, Sanaya?
How many are in fall 2?
2, so 1 and 2. That should be really fast. Samira, how many are in my winter?
9.
9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do that quick. Make it nice and neat. Remember, it doesn't need to be perfect. Now that we have our data, we're going to answer some questions. So I want you to turn the page. Turn the page, turn the page. Now, we still have the data up there to use. So then we don't need to turn back and forth. So the first question is, do we know who has a birthday in the fall by reading the graph? Yes and a no hand? No, we do not. Why, Emily?
Because it only says the months.
Yes, it doesn't tell us the name of the people. It just tells us how many. Does that make sense, my friends? So no, it does not. Now, what do we know though about the fall? What do we do know about the fall though, Sanaya?
That there's birthdays.
That there's what?
Birthdays in the fall?
Yeah, there's birthdays in the fall, but what do we know, Deidre?
There's 2 birthdays in the fall.
Oh, yeah, there's 2 birthdays in the fall. 1, 2. 2, fewer. What does fewer mean, Shayla? What does fewer mean? Subtraction or addition? When I think of the word fewer, what does that mean? Subtract, yes. So they want us to subtract summer and winter. So how many are in the summer? How many are in the summer, Morgan?
That is.
Look up there with that graph. Look at the dash chart. How many are in the summer?
And winter there is 9.
And then in the winter there is 9. So they want to know the difference. So when I say, or when I think of the word fewer, we think of what, Estrella? You already told me. Subtract. So 9 minus 6. What is 9 minus 6, Gardenia?
9 minus 6.
3. Good. Now, how many more students have birthdays in the spring and fall than in the winter? So this is a two-step problem. So the first thing Ms. Schmidt sees is how many more. What does how many more mean? How many more means what, RJ? Subtract. We know that because up here. Good, RJ. How many students have a birthday in the spring and fall than in the winter? So the first thing we need to do is combine two seasons. What two seasons do we need to combine, Sanaya?
Spring and fall.
Yes, so the first thing we need to do is add spring and fall. So I know that there is 8 in the spring and 2 in the fall. So what does that equal, Sanaya? 8 plus 2 is?
8 plus 2, 10.
Good. Now that we found out the spring and the fall, now we can subtract it from our winter. So I need to subtract 10
Minus.
winter, which is
No,
9. So what is 10 minus 9, Emily?
1.
1. So my answer is 1. So there's one more student in the spring and the fall than in the winter. What? No, we didn't. That's why it's important that you were teaching. Alright, so finish up. You have 30 seconds and 5, or I'm sorry, you have 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, and then go back to your graph. And 7, have a seat. And 6, have a seat. And 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. So now we're going to continue doing a bar graph, but this time it is vertical. It is up and down. So friends, now we're going to use this data, favorite book. So what would be my title of this one? What is my title, Aquarius?
Title? Our title is birthday.
I need you to focus and pay attention. No, no. What is the title, Tamaya?
The title is favorite book.
Thank you, because that is what the data is showing, what the students' favorite books are. So write favorite books up at top, move pencils down. So favorite books. No, you're being distracted by things, so let's get working. Favorite books. Pencils are down in 10. Pencils are down in 9. Step straight. Pencils are down in 6. Pencils are down in 5. Pencils are down in 4. Right, pencils are down in 3. Pencils are down in 2. Right, pencils are down in 1. Give me your bottom flat. Give me your bottom flat. Give me your check bottom flat. Good. Now, how many categories do I have, Morgan?
You have 3.
3. 1, 2, 3. Now, what is each category? What is one category that we have up here, RJ? Crickwing. We read that book today. So there's 11 friends who love the book Crickwing. So let's just put a C for Crickwing. What is my second label, Aquarius? Arthur. So let's put an A. What's my third category, Estrella? Judy B. Jones. So let's just put a J. Now, how many friends like the book Crickwing, Gardenia? 11. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now you shade it in. Do that now. friends like the book Arthur and Amira?
No.
9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, how many friends like the book Judy B. Jones? Sam.
5.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shade it in. Alright, pencils are down in 5. Pencils are down in 4. Pencils are down in 3. Pencils are down in 2. Pencils are down in 1. Make sure you skip along with it so it's easy. Pencils are down in 0. I need all my friends to do the school clap, Morgan. So hold them up, your eyes are shut, and need Gardenia over here. Morgan, check, fold, thank you, Gardenia, her hands are fold, thank you, Estrella, I have her eyes. So friends, now we're going to start our prom set. So Ms. Schmidt is coming around to look at 3 things right away. What do you think one of them is, Emily? The title, yes. What do you think the second one is, Sadan? Don't? What do you think I'm coming around to check?
Here's the,
What is this called?
the category.
Yes, but we call them labels. So I'm coming around that you have labeled. Now for number 3. The last thing I'm coming around to check. What is this? Your, RJ, your number line, yes. So those are 3 things Ms. Schmidt is coming around to check right away on your, for number 1. So you can open the page, the problem set for the first page. You can open a page, your problem set number 4, put your first name, last name on it. Remember, a circle means incorrect, a dot means correct, a dot means correct, a circle means incorrect. Alright, you need to check on a flag.